Okay, we have already started or we have already completed our chemical fertilizer part, but still we will start again with it. So chemical fertilizers came to be used for quicker growth and higher yields. So why chemical fertilizers are used? Yes, so they are giving out the whatever the deficiencies there of the nutrients in the soil. So they are covering it. However, the harmful effects of the use of these fertilizers soon become clear. If we use again and again the same thing, it will be harmful for us. How if we are getting addicted to some of the thing, so it is harmful for us. Same way, if fertilizers are given again and again to the crops, they are also harmful for them. The overuse of the chemical fertilizers can lead to the accumulation of excessive chemical in the soil. And if excessive chemicals go into the soil because of these fertilizers, it can lower down the fertility of it. So you should see that whenever you are giving out the fertilizers, chemical one, you should be using them in a proper amount. Don't give out excessive, like it should not fall down on the soil, so see that you will use it properly. Now overwatering also can make the water saline. Always remember whenever you are watering the plants, see that you are not going giving out the more water. See how much water is required to the plant and that much only you just provide. Because of that also the land can become saline and fallow. It will be of no use later. So always remember that you are supposed to use the fertilizers properly, conveniently and water also. Now see this, they are spraying out the insecticides over here. Why insecticides are sprayed? Always remember insects, some of the insects attack the plants and they can damage the crop. So insecticides avoid insects to grow on it and they keep the if they keep the plant safe for longer period of time. So insecticides are used for protection of crop. We will just see now protection of crop means what? Diseases and pest attack can damage the crop in the field. As a remedy, insecticides and pesticides are sprayed. Always remember these insecticides and pesticides, they are keeping out these insects and pest away from the plants, and that's why they are sprayed on them and their plants are protected because of it. Now storage of grain, how we are supposed to store it? I have already told you, not only harvesting is important, but after that storing is also very important. If you are keeping in the warehouse, see that you are keeping it in a proper place, one upon one. There will be no fungus attack, or that place should be not humid like, or it should be not like having damp place. You should see that it will be properly airy space, and you should try to spray some of the insecticide on the top of this grain sack. What will happen because of that? The growth of the fungus or the growth of insects will not occur on it. So we'll just see further. The grains in the dried well in the sun, we should first dry them well in the sun, proper, give them proper heat, afterwards fill them in the sack. See that the stored grain can get damaged because of the two ways. First they will be ate by the mice, rat or insects, or sometime it can catch fungus which will be unsafe for eating later. So see that you will store properly in the warehouses or the godowns, but in a proper safe airy place, not near the watery place. To prevent such damage by the pest, chemicals are sprayed, or sometimes you are adding the neem leaves. Neem leaves are useful for keeping the grains, all this stuff, what we can say, good for a it can be kept for a longer period of time. And grain, you can say neem is one of the herb which will be useful, and it is having no side effects. Some protective chemicals can also be, they are also available in the market. Some of them are smell repel, like some if you spray them, some are, that smell will be so strong that insects cannot take it and they will be not near to that grains. So see that you will keep it in proper, try to use these neem leaves which can also keep the fungus and these insects away from the grains. Now the next part is food storage and conservation. Food storage means what? Normally, you are knowing that rainy season is there for only 4 to 5 months. Water you are only getting for 4 to 5 months from the rain itself. But after rainy season gets over, who is going to provide you water if there were no rivers, no dams, no bunds, no wells, no bore wells, etc.? Who are supposed to provide you the water? So always remember storage is important. So same how water we are storing, food should be also stored. Don't go for search in the food. Today I want to cook the food in my house. I'm not supposed to run in morning only in the market to buy the rice or the grains. So see that it will be stored at least for 1 week earlier at your house. Like humans, other animals also try to store their food. Because of rainy season, some of the ants or some of the insects cannot come out. So that's why they are storing these all things in the summer season itself, prior 1 or 2 months earlier. Why? Because they are planning of the further itself. Squirrels are also collecting the seeds. Bees are collecting the nectars from the flowers. Nectar means honey from the flower, and they are just keeping it safe in the honeycomb. Always remember, these all small insects are also trying to survive, and they are doing these efforts. It might be not seen by our side, but they are doing it. All the time, plants are busy producing their own food. And even so, there are some plants that store food in them. You can familiar with the bulbs of the plants such as onions and garlics and tubers as potatoes and ginger. Some of the plants they are storing in the food in the stem. Some are storing in the roots. We are knowing it. Okay, radishes, sweet potatoes, beetroots are the roots of these plants, but we are eating that roots. Okay, these plants are storing their food in the stems also, or sometimes in the root also. So according to that same thing, we are also storing the food at our home. In India, due to the improved method of cultivation, improved method they are using the new technologies, improved food grains or improved seeds, the production exceeds the demand and surplus food grain is stored in the huge. Surplus means what? Extra food grain is stored in the warehouse. I have told you one also year, if India is been affected by any of the disease, then also or any of the natural calamities, then also there will be no need to worry. We are having a surplus grains at our warehouses. Sometimes the production is affected by disasters, flood and cyclone. At such time, the stored surplus grain can be used for the people. It can be used for the people displaced due to the disaster. So this grain which is stored, it can be given to this. It can be given to the people who are suffering from the disasters. Now, what is actually the Green Revolution? Green revolution means what? Today country is self-reliant. Self-reliant means it is not dependent on anyone for food or anyone for food grains. We are producing our own food grains on our own. We are also able to export the surplus grain. We can give this surplus grain, extra grain to other countries also. So this tremendous increase in the food grain, how it was done? So this tremendous increase in the food grain is also called as the Green Revolution. This was brought by the joint efforts of the scientists, people working, and the spread of science and farmers. The credit of this green revolution was totally given to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. He was the father of this green revolution. Okay. So next part we are going to study is the food security. What is food security? Food, it is not kept in the lockers. Just keep this concept out of your minds. Food security, food is the basic need. We require food, it is our basic need. Without food, we cannot survive itself. Many countries have made the laws that they will ensure that everyone will get the sufficient amount of food. And this is called to be as food security. What is food security law? Every individual, every human being will get sufficient amount of food for eating purpose. It is said to be as food security law. This law was enacted in the year 2013 and also made possible to fight ills with the malnutrition, starvation and death due to hunger. Some of the people, they are not getting one time food also, and they are dying because of this hunger. So they are looking forward to give this food to the people who are suffering from this, and food security law is been acting from 2013 itself. Now agriculture assistant program, just keep this thing in your mind that the training for the farmers, new information about the grains, new fertilizers, when it is introduced, it has been given, this information is given in the programs where they are bringing out, they are calling out all the farmers of a particular place and they are telling them. So these programs are only for farmers to know about the latest technology, the guidance, agriculture facilities, irrigation facilities and all. Now the next part is organic farming. Organic farming means the farming which is relying or which is totally depend on natural things, on natural materials. There is no chemical involved over here. So always remember, when you are eating something, see that it will be organic one. Why? Because these chemical fertilizers are sometimes remaining on the crop remaining on the fruits, if these fruits are ate by our side without washing them properly, it can be harmful for our health. So always remember, whenever you are eating food stuff or any of the fruit, just wash them properly, and always try to eat the organic seeds, organic grains, organic fruits, etc. Okay, so this was from this lesson. I hope you have understood it properly. See that you are going to study it properly, thoroughly. Question answers will be given by my side soon. Thank you.